Hello guys, this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel and I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience for the past 12 days. Right. Okay, right. So thank you so much. Hi Hubert. Yes, I'm back. Thank you. Right. Hi CK. Hi Joshi Boy. And hi Bradley. Nice to see you. I miss you guys too. Right, so yes, after having a very long journey in Japan, and now I'm back with all of you, right? Okay, so yes, let's come back here now. Today, same thing. What are we going to do? All right. After some break, right? The seminar, and I have a little break. Okay, so today I'm going to apply some strategy right in the live trading later on. Okay, so later on, guys who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then later on, I will come back in another 2 hours time to start the live trading with all of you, right? So usually after a break, what will I do? Okay, I will let you know later on. Okay, when we come to the live trading. Okay, so yes, a lot of us actually after a break and then we come back and we are so eager, we are so enthusiastic to make some trade, to make some profits. Am I right? Okay, so yeah, later on I will share with you how I'm going to do it and after the break to get the momentum back. Okay, right. So first of all, by getting the momentum back, I will come back to do the same thing right over in this analysis session. I will start off with my trading plan. Okay, guys, thank you so much. All right, so let's move on. Well, can I have my MT4, please? Right, today, yeah, my whole team of guys, we all went there for a retreat. Although it's a very short retreat, yeah. Okay, nevertheless, all right. So, yeah, okay, thank you so much. Okay, so, yep, let's come back here. Well, first of all, I hope everybody can hear me clearly, see the chart clearly here over here. Yep, all right. Then let's move. Okay. So first of all, what am I going to do is that I'm still going to analyze what are the currency pairs that I'm going to focus in selling today, right? So that we will be able to focus better. All right. Hi, A. Nice to see you here. Okay. So Aussie CAD. Well, Aussie CAD. Let's take a look at Aussie CAD. Well, for the past few days, I guess Aussie CAD has actually made a retracement, and then the reversal is coming in, all right, into the bull. So Aussie CAD is looking out for a bull. So buying is still possible. Yes, MK, it's been a while, yeah, and I'm back here. Right, so Aussie franc. Let's take a look at Aussie franc. Yep, Aussie franc over here. Let's take a look at the trend first. Let us take a look at the trend. Well, the trend. Well, as for the trend, we're now looking at the whole general trend. We are still looking at the downward trend, am I right? Okay, over here, downward trend, over until here. Well, for this downward trend over here, it seems like there's something happening over here whereby it has started to retrace upwards. Okay, if we can see right now from this area here, right? So it actually started to go downwards in this. From here, go here, until here, it started to go down, correct? So right now, when it started to go down, will there be a chance that it actually set up a support somewhere to show us that it's actually going for a reversal, right? So it looks like currently in this area here, there's a support here. Okay, it has created a support. Seems like it's going for a buy. So tentatively, I'm going to stay away for selling, but for buyers, you can take note, all right? Okay, so next to go for Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen. Well, Aussie Yen over here, we can take a look. Aussie Yen. Well, I'm enjoying myself very much in Japan because the yen is relatively at a very good rate for me. Okay, so Aussie Yen. Well, seems like Aussie is actually still moving in a sideways. Okay, so tentatively looking at this way. It's a very big ranging over in this area here. But however, when it actually really go into a state of ranging, all right, then we will need to pay attention to that. Okay, because tentatively, it has actually reached a support area over at this point here, where the support has actually surfaced at this area here. So tentatively, I will still say that buying is still possible. unless there's a new resistance below right here that it actually cannot break, and then it cannot break out, then it can still come back for a chance for selling. So you know, there's 100 pips up there and about 89 to 90 pips up there. Okay, so 100 pips down there, 80 90 pips up there. So it seems like we're in the middle. So in this case, yeah, I think we just have to stay away for a while to make sure there's one very good selling opportunity. Then we will go on for the selling. All right. So currently, I'm going to stay away from Aussie yen. Okay, so how about Aussie Kiwi, right? Aussie Kiwi. Yes, Aussie Kiwi, we have been selling before my trip, and it's a good selling over here for Aussie Kiwi. It has been going downwards. Now, right now, it's actually going into the bear. So by going into the bear right now, are we going to continue the selling? Let's analyze it further in to take a look. Okay, as we can see in the lower time frame, we can see there's a support over here. Correct, there's a support coming in. So currently, the resistance is also very near. Okay, and we can see that this point here. So if I'm going to go for a selling, all right, so I will be waiting for it to test on the resistance before I actually go for a selling over here. Right, so tentatively I will take a look later on. Okay, pay attention to this. Right, so for Aussie dollar, for Aussie dollar over at this point here, Aussie dollar, we are now currently looking at this into a state of buying, correct? Okay, we are going looking at the state of buying. So tentatively, it hits on the support. I think we have not changed the support area since my trip. Okay, until this area here is moving up towards the north. So buying is still possible. However, we still need to pay attention to where the resistance can be, right? So I will still suggest a buy for Aussie dollar. All right. So for buyers, while going for a buy on the Aussie dollar, do take note about the resistance up there. Well, I think there is still quite a very big space, a very good space up there. Okay, because I see that it has not been cleared yet. So this shall be the first target here. All right, so the first target there, and the support is over here. Yeah, it has been tested. The support has been tested once, got rejected, and now it's heading to the north for the resistance. Well, the resistance price I'm looking out for this is still looking at 0.67510. Okay, it's around there. So just take note about this, okay, because highly likely Aussie dollar is going to hit on the resistance before it starts selling. Okay, right? Okay, so buying is still possible for now. For Aussie dollar, we still have around 50 pips to go. Okay, so that is still very promising. All right, so let's move on. Euro Aussie. Well, Euro Aussie. Well, we are looking out for Euro Aussie over here. If we can see that for Euro Aussie, we are actually looking out for buy. Okay, so the buying is still very persistent. Okay, and now it's still going to. Even there's a retracement downwards, it has tested on the support here, continue to set up for a higher lows. So these higher lows actually give me a set of feelings that are now it's actually still wanted to test onto the resistance up there. Okay, where the resistance up there, when we look at this area of resistance, as we can see, right over here, these are all the areas of values we can see. So tentatively, okay, what are we going to do is that the buyers should wait for the testing of the support. Okay, over here, right? So we can see there's an area here. Okay, so if this is going to set up a support over at this area here, then maybe a good chance for another buying to hit the resistance. Okay, so buyers can take note. Well, for EURNZD, what about EURNZD? Well, EURNZD over here, take a look at EURNZD. Well, EURNZD is very obvious that we are actually now moving towards the bull. Okay, so the CAD is actually quite weak. So now tentatively Euro is taking the advantage, moving towards the north. So buyers can take note, but sellers do stay away. All right. Okay, so for Euro Yen. Well, Euro Yen, as we can see, Euro against the Yen is still looking at very strong. Okay, looking at it, it's still moving, respecting the support here. And it's still heading up for a higher lows, and now with the support being tested. Well, the support has been tested now. Well, will there be a chance that it actually starts to sell down? As we can see from this part here, it has been selling down to test the support here. and set up a higher lows here and set up higher lows here, and finally it has tested on the support once again. Okay, so now will that be actually a good chance for us to actually go for a buying? Well, looks like the whole trend is on the buying side. Okay, but tentatively they are actually testing on the supports. That means there are some selling going on. Okay, there will be some selling going on. So in this case over here, if there's some selling going on, then we need a resistance. So whatever the resistance can be, okay, it's still up there, the resistance, okay, over at this area here, we can see. Right, so buyers, you can still continue the buying, but for seller, if you're going for a selling, you have to take a while. Okay, well, so for Euro Yen over at this point here, I will suggest that we should wait for the Euro Yen to actually test on the resistance over at this point here before we actually take a trade for selling. Okay, so tentatively it's still in the buy market. Okay, it's on the buyer's market. All right, so for Euro Kiwi, let's take a look at Euro Kiwi. Well, Euro Kiwi, we are now looking good for selling. Okay, this is in the bear. We are actually moving downwards into the bear market. So bear market, yeah, that's good. So in this case, where are the support and the resistance? As we can see over here, support is here. All right, and let's see where's the resistance. Resistance obviously is here. All right. So at the moment, okay, we can see that it's actually having it tested the support and it moves up. Correct. Not just the resistance, it comes back. Well, so in this case, it forms a new resistance. It seems like the whole thing is still going down on the downward trend. So will there be a chance for selling? The Euro Kiwi, yes, looks like there will be a chance of selling. So later on, we can take a look. Okay, if there's a new cycle of selling, then there may be a good chance here. Okay, for example, a new cycle like this. Okay, so there's a good chance of selling at this moment. Okay, so currently, let's wait first because tentatively by looking into details, okay, it seems like a Euro Kiwi is going to test on certain spot. It actually continue the buying. All right, so I'm going to put this Euro Kiwi into my watch list. Right, Euro. Let's take a look at Euro dollar. Well, Euro dollar over at this point here, as we can see from the downward trend all the way, and now it's climbing up for higher lows, and now coming in to a buying state. All right, so now the buying state is quite obvious. So buying is still possible, right? Okay, so resistance level, I think is still quite high up there. So looks like Euro breaking through the one level and is still going strong. Well, I think that is a good news for the Europeans there. Okay, so let's see what am I going to do with this. Raise this so that we ourselves. Okay, so tentatively, okay, this I will put aside. Okay, support level, as we can see, is very obvious up here. All right. Okay, so this is the support area. So buying is still possible for Euro dollar at the moment. Okay, at the moment, unless it breaks a support here, then I will consider a selling downwards. There's a very big space. So tentatively, it's still going for a buy. So tentatively, I'm not going to touch this. It's still buying. The buying is still possible for the Euro dollar. Okay. Well, for Pound Aussie, let's take a look at Pound Aussie. Well, Pound Aussie, tentatively, we can see Pound Aussie is actually going downwards, up, and now staying above. Well, it's still not there for a selling yet, because as I see, the selling is still up here, right? So the selling opportunity, we are getting near, but not there. So buying is still possible. There may be some retracement, of course. Okay, there will be some retracement down here. And I see that there's quite a big space down here. We can take a look over here. Right, so yeah, spot. Wow, that's nice in this area. Okay. Well, as we can see, area support here. Well, so tentatively, we are left with about only a 35 pips to go. Then after that, they look out for a buy. Okay, so buyers can take note. Okay, just stay patient. All right. Right, Pound CAD. Well, Pound CAD. Let's take a look at Pound CAD. Now the Pound CAD is similar to the Pound Aussie. It has pumped down and pumped up again. Now staying above as a bull. So we are still catching the breath under the sea. So it still looks good. Okay, so tentatively we are still looking into a situation that it may still going for a buy. However, it needs some support. Well, just nice. We are on the support right here. Okay, if you can see, right? So the support area. And now they have tested once, twice for the past 8 hours, and currently it's still testing on the support. It seems like there's a lot of rejections over here. So looks good to buy. Okay. Well, unless it breaks the support level below, and then we will consider to go for a selling. Okay. So tentatively, it looks like the support is still holding the price very well. So let's go for a buy instead of selling. Right. So let's move on to pound franc. Well, pound franc, same thing. Okay, we are still moving into the bull. So currently, I'm still looking out for area that can give me a good support to go for a buy. Okay. So over here, yeah, at this level here, last week, they had tested on the level here to create a support. Now it looks like the pound franc is going for a selling since it has tested on the resistance up there here. It has a breakout over here and it comes back once again. So tentatively, okay, by looking at this point here, pound franc looks good for a selling to because it's actually tentatively this is anti-trend trading because it is still looking out for a support before it pump further up. Okay, so this is actually looking out for support. We can grab the opportunity with about a 75 pips here of space here. Then we can take a opportunity to grab some profits into our pocket. Okay, so pound franc, yes, but do look out pound franc because pound franc is actually anti-trend trading. Okay, so selling is still possible. Okay, it is still possible. All right. Well, let's see. Okay, looks good. Okay, there may be a chance. Pound franc. Okay, so do take note. Pound franc is anti-trend trading. So try to scalp on for this pound franc. Okay. All right. So let's go with pound yen. Well, pound yen. Okay. So now pound yen going to string down this chart here. We can see that from here, from the support over here, we are moving towards the north. Okay, this is actually coming to the north. All right, so we are still going for a buying. So for pound yen, okay, so for pound yen, actually the buying is still possible. Well, for right now, okay, I would say that the pound yen is actually the resistance area here, as we can see. Tested once and it started to drop off and break the support here. Right, so let me illustrate this way. There's a support, it breaks the support, retests the support and continue to go down. It has a lower low and it's actually forming a downward trend, trending market. Okay, so currently, but when it comes down here and it hits into this area of support, okay, so if you can see, if we're going to put this down, it's very clear that we are in the area of support here, right? So we can see that this area of support is also quite strong. So tentatively, okay, it may be going towards it may be going for a buy or it may still coming down for a selling to come into a level over at this point here, okay, at this point here of support that actually is very strong over at this point. So currently, okay, I'm going to put one more line here to illustrate here to show us that we are currently on this support. If this is able to break, then will we have a chance for selling? Because since it is the pound yen, it is looking out for a support before it continue the buying. Well, it looks like it's coming for a selling. Well, there's a good swing over here. Okay, I think the swing trader is actually grabbing the opportunity as we can see. So we also can take a look for pound yen for selling later on. Okay, so yep, let's take a look at this. But remember, pound yen is also an anti-trend trading, which is also something that we should take note as well. Okay, yep, and do some scalping on the pound yen. I think that will be good if you are selling. All right. Okay, so for pound kiwi, let's take a look at pound kiwi. Well, I remember pound kiwi, we are actually moving towards the south, which is actually entering into the bear. Well, we are entering into the bear, but however, it started to hover. Can you see it's going sideways this way? Okay, so there isn't any clear directions about selling or buying. However, we can still look at things like this over here. Okay, look out for this area. Okay, as we can see, seems like there's a lot of accumulation after this after the markdown here. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, if this pound kiwi is going to break below, okay, then we will have a good chance for selling down. Okay, so tentatively, it is still in this range here, accumulation here. Probably, all right. So it may still going for a buy, okay, because as we can see up there, we have some distribution, okay. So as at this point here, okay, just take note of this area here, okay. If you are going for selling, let's wait for it to break the support. If you are going for buying, then let's wait for a new cycle of buying to surface before we go, okay. So always buy at the support area, okay. And let's say if this is going to come down here and it's going to stop here, we have set up a new support, okay, then the buying is still possible. All right. Okay, so let's move on to pound dollar. Pound dollar over here. Well, pound dollar, very obvious, we are still going on the north. So pound dollar, we are still going strong with pound against the dollar. Looks like there is a resistance up here, okay, over at this point here, and support is still down there. So tentatively, the support is still here, whereby we can still see in this area here is supported area here. So tentatively, it looks like there's still chance of pound dollar looking out for a support before you actually start buying. Okay, so when I talk about buying, okay, looking out for support in the buying, right? So there may be a chance for selling down. There may be a chance for selling down here. So this part here, it can be quite tricky. So if the price come down here, okay, let me go down to a lower time frame, which is much obvious over at this point here. So if the price come down to this support area, this is one point that we need to take note. Okay, this is another area that we must take a look. If this is going to break below, we will have a chance to sell down to this level. Okay, so that means to say we have about an 80 pips to go. However, if this is going to stop here, then no for selling. Okay, no for selling. Okay, so at the moment, by looking at this area here for this pound dollar, okay, it looks good. Well, it looks pretty good, in fact, okay, for a selling. But then again, is that I want to make sure, okay, I want to make sure this distribution in this area here will be able to push down to have a marking down to the accumulation area. So usually it will come down to that area, okay, so but there's no 100% guarantee, okay, so we still need to pay attention to that. So for me, if I'm going to sell for pound dollar, unless it has a new selling cycle, all right, like example like this, okay, then I will go for a scalping to grab some profit within this area here, okay, before it started to buy. Okay, so pound dollar is also an anti-trend trading today. looks like we have a lot of for the pound, we are having an anti-trend trading, okay, but they are all looking for a support before they start buying. So yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so dollar CAD, let's take a look at dollar CAD. Well, dollar CAD over at this point here, dollar against the CAD, it has been falling down for quite a while. Okay, so looking at this area here, now it has made up a support, forming up another support, and it's still pushing up. So it looks like the pound CAD is actually now moving towards the north. However, same thing, if this is going to move towards the north, will it need a support before it actually continue? Yes, it is. Okay, so currently we are on the support area, which I see that this area here is a good area that it may continue the buying. Unless it breaks below, then we will have a good chance to test on the resistance up there, as we can see over here. Okay, so let's pay attention to this for people who are going to buy. There may be a good chance for buying. But if this breaks below, then stay away from buying and take a look for selling. But this is going to be anti-trend trading as well. Alright, so yep, that is for dollar CAD. Since dollar CAD we are actually now moving towards the north, then I think probably we need to pay attention to them. Okay. So for dollar franc, well, dollar franc, okay, dollar franc over here, well, we can see dollar franc has a very good fall over here, and now testing back into this area of support, as we can see. It's very obvious. Okay, so the support over here, it has tested once, and it is still not breaking the support. Well, is it going to help? Well, maybe. Okay, so this looks like it's actually coming in to go for another selling for dollar franc. Okay, so Dollar franc, we can take note. Okay, we may still have a good chance here for about another 60 pips. Okay, another 60 pips of space here. However, this area here, we are now entering to an area that it may create another higher lows. Okay, so do take note about dollar franc as well. Okay, so yep, dollar franc looking good, but we need to break this area first. We test this area, then after that we'll take a look if there's a chance for selling. Okay, all right, for dollar franc. Yep. How about dollar yen? Well, dollar yen. Okay, so right now, as we can see, dollar yen, we have reaches the peak over here at this high here at 151,937. Okay, so at this point here, all right, so 93937. About here, right? So now it actually slip off, okay, creating a downward trend, a trending market over here, which is good. Right, so tentatively, okay, I will be looking at this area here. There's a support area as we can see, right? So this area of support, we can see that's testing on the support right now. So for sellers, if we are going for selling, okay, do take note, okay, because for now, we are very near to the support. Unless it breaks the support and retest this area, then I will consider for selling. All right. If not, I will going to stay away for a while. Yeah, it is a good. We're actually getting into the area of selling. Okay, so tentatively today, it may be building the selling trend. So what I see is that over at this point here, I'm going to break the support here. Okay, before I start selling. Okay, so we can observe the dollar yen. Okay, all right. So next to go, our Bitcoin. Bitcoin. All right. So Bitcoin, it has come into my target of 20,800 over here, and started to slip off. Okay, and it started to slip off down to 16,009. Right. Is it a good time to enter to go for a buy right now? I think with this situation, we see that news about FTX. And we have also some companies, because of FTX actually go faster. Some companies actually also declare some bankruptcy in this cryptocurrency market. So tentatively, I say that we should still pay attention to them. Okay, don't rush into a trade right now. Okay, right. So yep. As for gold, yeah, let's take a look at the gold. Well, as we have talked about it 2 weeks ago before I fly. Okay, so we are actually talking about now. A lot of people are actually using gold as a hedge. Okay, so tentatively, this hedge haven is still going on very strongly. So the gold tentatively it is still in the demand because many people are hiding their money in there. So buying is still possible over here. I will say. Okay, as we can see, there's a move here that I can see that they are actually going to look out for this area here, right? So one area into, well, we can see that 1900 over here, right? So 1900, yeah. So tentatively, okay, but looking at this area here, 1900 may be a bit too high up, but that's a long term. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, currently for gold wise, I think 1809, I think it is still very close to us. Okay, that is more realistic, right? So let's pay attention to this this gold for buying. Okay, selling may be possible for a certain time. Okay, but I still see there's still a lot of chance here for selling. Okay, selling is still good. Yeah, there is still selling opportunity, but in the long run, I still see that the gold is still escalating. Okay, so let's wait for this anyway, because the gold needs some support. Okay, so it's still looking out for support before buying. So selling is still possible. Okay, so but I would say if in terms of in a scale of 10, I will say that 7 is on the buying, and selling, sellers should be very careful with this. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so let's come back to see what do I have today for us. All right, let's see. Okay, in this session here, okay, I'm going to take note about this. Well, I have Aussie Kiwi, Euro Kiwi, Pound Franc, Pound Yen, Pound Dollar, and Dollar Franc. All right. All these are the currency pairs that I will be taking a look for selling later on. Okay. So do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Later on, I will come back in 1.5 hours time. I will be coming back here to go live with you, all right, so that we can discuss what we have picked out. Okay, and this will be a very helpful one to let us stay focused. Okay, all right, thank you guys, and I shall see you later on in the live trading session. And this is everything from ACS Learning Hub. See you again. Do remember to give a like to this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel to join in my live trading session later on. All right, thank you so much, and this is everything from ACS Learning Hub. See you later.